Are you there? All right, seems we lost connection. Let's see if we can establish a connection with the Sport Bishop. All right, and he joins us on the show. Good evening, Sport Bishop. Always a pleasure talking sport with you.
Absolutely. Good evening, a fine boy. It's always a pleasure to be part of the show every day of the week. Really happy to be part of everything happening over here. It's been already a long week, and hopefully I can't wait to be back again, part of the show.
Absolutely. All right, so let's begin straight from the local scene. And from the local scene, we start with games that will be going down this weekend as the Nigerian Premier Football League makes a return. Throughout the week, it's been clubs unveiling their players. From Kano Pillars, we hear that 12 players were unveiled, and from Bendel Insurance, it was 18 whopping players that was unveiled. That was on Wednesday, and yesterday, one man who makes a return to coaching, but this time decided to come to the NPFL to come coach a certain Atland of Owerri. We hear that Coach Emmanuel Amunike unveiled 30 players for his team, and they will be taking on Aimba this weekend as he's set to begin his campaign as the new coach of Atland of Owerri. Before I allow the Sport Bishop fist on this one quickly, let me see if I can run down through the fixtures of games that will be going down these weekend. One game was concluded last weekend. That was the game between Enugu Rangers and El Academy Warriors that ended goalless. Action resumes this weekend on Sunday as Atlanta will take on Aimba. Kwara United is built to slug it out against Niger Tornadoes. It's all about Bayelsa United traveling to go take on Sunshine Stars of Akure, while Bendel Insurance at home will welcome Coach Finidi George Coach Finidi George Rivers United. And games are also built for Sunday. We'll see Remo Stars take on Abia Warriors, while at the New Jossa Stadium, Plateau United will welcome Castina United, and at the Lafayette Township Stadium, Nasarawa United will play host to Shooting Stars. Kano Pillars is at the last game against Ikorodu City. That game is built for Sunday, and Lobby Stars who will take on Aqua United at the Lafayette Township Stadium will be playing Monday afternoon football. Sport Bishop, action resumes in the NPFL.
Absolutely, like you did say, we all know that teams have been unveiling their players. We know that the transfer window ended yesterday, which was on Thursday, the 5th of September for the Nigerian Premier Football League, released on the social media of the NPFL. We now know that teams are done and dusted with the signing of players, who is going where, who is going there. We now also know that Heartland of Owerri will be the team to be in the NPFL instead of Beyond Limits due to the clash of interest fight. That NFF are still saying that they are categorically clear that, of course, no money changed hands. It was just that they were the only team that were relegated that showed interest of wanting to stay up in the Nigerian Premier Football League. As against 20 players were unveiled by Kano Pillars. Heartland unveiled 30 players yesterday. That's huge, but that's what they have to do to stay up in the NPFL. And really counting down to what will be a great season coming up as well. So great football we played. Any great that are done and dusted. We hear that games that were played on Saturday have been shifted to Sunday to create room for those who want to watch the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and of course the Cheetahs of Benin at the Gospel Stadium. So NFL is back, and one game done and dusted last weekend, 9 to come this weekend.
Absolutely, and we continue to give updates concerning those games. Is action-packed on Sunday and Monday afternoon football as teams in the Nigerian Professional and Nigerian Premier Football League. We continue to see who will be crowned new champions. Remember that Coach Fidelis Electrical is on a national team assignment, same as Remo Stars Coach Daniel Ogumode. The Sport Bishop now. Let's talk women's football in the Nigerian Women Football League Championship. Let me go through the full-time results on games played earlier today before I allow you give us complete in-swingers from yesterday's, yesterday, which was a rest day, as well as today, looking at games that we have played, and the latest from Mahi Babes, where we hear that the NPFL have dismissed their claims amid appeal for their procedures lapses in their appeal following the two players that they felt were ineligible to play for Pelican Stars. Quickly, a full-time result between first Mahi Babes and Imo Strikers Queen. It ended 4-2 in favor of Imo Striker Queens. Second games that went down saw Pelican Stars and Heroes Queens played out a 2-all draw, and then it was a 1-1 draw between Gallant Queens and Oshun Babes. But the games between Kaduna Queens and Wasbak International was a 7-goal thriller, where Wasbak International wallop Kaduna Queens in that game. We have 5 goals were already scored by Wasbak International. Kaduna Queens put one back to reduce the deficit, but Taiwo Ayomide but Amos Faluke make sure that the 5 goals lead were restored. Meanwhile, Ibom Angels, courtesy of an Esther 1-4 brace, ended gave Ibom Angels 2-0 wins against Chosen Generation Angels, and the game between Papa Soccer Angels ended in favor of Unification Football Club, where they wallop Papa Soccer Angels by 4-0. Sport Bishop gave us should I say a comprehensive in-swingers from what went down today and yesterday.
Just like you did say, yesterday was rest day. Like you did say, of course, the first Mai brought a charge against, of course, Pelican Stars, and we heard that charge has been thrown out because they didn't follow the procedure of writing to the commissioner before or after the game and paid an amount of 150,000, which is for the NWFL Championship. They did not follow it, so their should I say their petition has been thrown away, and then the NWFL is now strict and saying if you want to send in a petition, ensure to follow all procedures. The PFL, you would have discovered that, of course, we hear that 4 referees will be coming to cover up the playoffs. New referees from Osun State, Delta State, as well. 4 new referees. This is to ensure that the best referees are in the ones who will decide the 2 teams that will pick up tickets. Talking about the NWFL proper, and the 2 teams that will stay up in the championship, get 2 teams will drop down in the relegation zone. So what does this mean? We now know that 4 teams already have made it through to the championship qualification. What does it mean? They've got a game. In the game, if they win, they'll get a ticket to the NWFL proper. That's the game between Pelican and Stars, the host here in Calabar, but Honey Badgers of Macaulay. That game is for Sunday. Also, the game between Ibom Angels versus Osun Babes. Osun Babes managed to qualify today by the skin of their teeth without draw against Gallant Queens. They only qualified ahead of Gallant Queens on goal difference. Same with as well, Ibom Angels, they did the same as well. Pelican Stars, just by a slim point, they managed a 2-2 draw against the whooping teams in the group. They played 2-2, but the point was enough to take Pelican Stars to the next one. So 4 teams that will be fighting for tickets. Pelicans will take on Honey Badgers, and of course, Ibom Angels will play Osun Babes. In the relegation zone, we already know, of course, that in the competition, 4 teams as well, the bottom of the teams in 4 groups. From those bottom, they will be playing qualifiers, and in those qualifiers, we decide only 2 of them will make it to stay in the championship. 2 will be knocked out. Look at the table, how the table looks like now. The guys who sit bottom of the table as follows, these are the bottom of the table. Let's start up from B1. In B1, you have, of course, Chosen Generation. They sit bottom of the table. You have Dream Star in Honey Badgers Group B2. They sit bottom of the table. You also have Hero Queens as well. They sit bottom of the table alongside Kaduna Queens. So these 4 teams will battle it out for who will remain in the NWFL Championship, and 2 will definitely go down to the 3rd tier of women football here in Nigeria. So that is what it looks like. The state is now set. Tomorrow is rest day, but on Sunday there will be 4 games, 2 relegation playoff games, and of course 2 games, championship playoff games as well that will take place in that way. You know what it is? football in women football is rising. And I tell you, like I said, the football has been exciting, pulsating. Watching these games online and being here live myself, it's a really mouth-watering. The fans were kept at the edge of their seats. Nobody knew what was going to happen until the final minutes of each of the games. And now we now know the teams that were playing in the relegation playoffs and, of course, in the championship playoffs.
All right, Sport Bishop. On the flip side, we have been given fans as well as viewers some footage, pictorial footage as well as video footage on some of the games that have been going down. And one thing that fans have been complaining about is the pitch. Some says it looks like a rice farm. Others says it looks like a forest. Sport Bishop, you are there live and direct. What would you say about the organization concerning the pitch?
Anyway, the organization has been top notch. Like I said, the officiating has been top notch. Kudos to the NWF for picking these referees that have been here. So we'll join them as well. In the history of the NWF Championship, I think teams gather here in Calabar. So far, there's no issue of fight, no problem. Kudos has to go to Madam Kechiobi, the chairman and the chairperson of the NWF. Kudos has to go as well to the chief operating officer in Madam Mukbe Shabi. Also, not forgetting, of course, the media director, our old friend and partner and brother, Samuel Ahamadu. They've done so well. Concerning the pitch, you all know how Calabar is every August, September, October. It is very rainy. You know, most of the games have been played either on the rain, and so you know when you play so many games in the same turf, like I said, 19 teams, gradually 4 games on that pitch, and the other 4 games in the. If you look at the picture from the St. Patrick College pitch, the grass is lush green because it's just a newly built stadium in that college. But the one here in Muswell Stadium, you know how long it has been. It's one of the oldest stadiums, if not the oldest stadium in Nigeria, and to play 4 games every day for the past, let's say, out of 6 days in 4 years, to play 4 in that stadium tells you how well the stadium has held up. It may not be perfect, like maybe the lush green grass at the Gosla Babi Stadium in Iyo, but the grass have really held up. If you watch the first game, you see the grass was quite good, but as much as the game kept on piling up, but you know, because due to finances, they can't really space the game in different stadiums. So I think I quite agree with you. The pitches towards the ending of the group stages wasn't looking so nice because of the rain and the fact that so many games have been played at the stadium. And I can assure you what can be done on that. But apart from that, I think it's a good advantage in Nigeria because the only good stadium in Nigeria right now is Gosla Babi Stadium. Unfortunately, Super Eagles are playing there. You know, bring it to Abuja, it's almost the same thing. So it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's a general Nigerian problem, not just for the NWF alone. And I think it's for the NFF and of course the sport needs to work on to get our stadium, filling the natural grass stadium back up and running.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and mommies and daddies, our phone line is officially open. We will be taking your comment, but most importantly, we want to start to take your prediction concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. What's your scoreline? You know how we do it, always in a giveaway mood, and we want to give away the first 3. Yes, the first 3 correct score for the Super Eagles game against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. Just be the first 3 among the first 3 callers, or should I say testers or messengers, whatever name you want to use, but just make sure that you're among the first 3 to send in your correct score, and you stand a chance of winning something fantastic courtesy of the sport team of a Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. And what's a phone line? Simple: 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618 or 0700 010 961 961. 0700 010 961 961. Also on YouTube, feel free to drop your comment. That is your prediction on the game. I want to get the first 3 correct score, and you will be rewarded handsomely. Sport Bishop, now let's talk about the game extensively. The captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Williams Trust Ekong, have come out to say that the team have learned their lessons. In fact, the mistakes that they made against the game in South South Africa that ended 1-1, and the game against Benin Republic that ended in a 2-1 defeat in the World Cup qualifiers. Those two games, they have learned their lessons, and he says that they will be gun blazing come tomorrow against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. And one man is also speaking, saying that it is important that the Super Eagles begins in a very impressive note. Talking about Nottingham striker Taiwo Awoni, saying the team need to be on top of their game. And Victor Osimhen touchdown Huyo yesterday, and this guy is ready for battle. Sport Bishop, talk us through this game.
My brother, I'm trying to be very optimistic ahead of this one. We've heard from the coach of the team, Coach Oseni. We've heard from, of course, Daniel Gumadeli as well. We've heard, of course, Vilenis Lechuku, and two assistant coaches selected by Austin Aguavon to help him think at his team. Good news that all the players that we did talk about yesterday have arrived camp. Certain Victor Osimhen makes it 25, joins up the likes of Maduka Okoye, and of course, Kelechi Iheanacho, who joined up the team to make it 25. So, full complement of players. Report from the camp that the team is getting tough, it's getting better. Everybody is happy. The feeling is getting good. No injury concerns at the moment. The stadium is lush green from the pictures and videos I'm hearing and from people I'm talking to on the ground. We also hear that the training pitch is also fantastic. But the four training pitch at the stadium is top notch. So let the game begin. I think I'm very optimistic. I think we've got a better quality in our team. We've got better firepower. But don't forget, not too long ago, a month ago, we're beaten by this same team.
Don't take us back there. All teams have passed away. Don't take us back.
But come on, there's no. You know what I always say? There is no present without a past.
True.
And that's the truth. So you have to look back to get the best of the future. So I hope lightning doesn't strike twice, but the good thing is that Rohr said that this team will be stronger than the one he played, because the likes of Victor Osimhen, Ola, I know, Truth Ekon, they all join up with the team. They make it a bit stronger, more wider. So we believe. Don't forget, we talked about that, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, that one of the defender, Tijani, is officially confirmed. Exactly. He would not play. It's officially confirmed. Yeah, it was a doubt. Now he will not feature in that game. I don't want to say that's an advantage, but come on. Who was Tijani to be the problem to Nigeria? So at the end of the day, so football is being made. It's a battle of two German coaches. Get a Rohr. It's supposed to be that was two German coaches. Get a Rohr and Labadia. But unfortunately, we didn't get a Rohr and Oseni Aguavon. So we have to make do what it is. So I hope and pray that we get the result. But come on, you can't be strong with the Republic and Rwanda, and it's not at this level. I know in recent times our football is bad, but in the world of Aguavon, which I will end with this, he said something categorically clear, which I want to believe. He said, we need to remind these players that they were almost African champions less than 8 months ago in January. So what had changed throughout the month? We're this close to the African champion. The mentality, what has changed? I think it's more about the mentality, the psyche, and most importantly, the style of play the team would have to play.
Absolutely.
They play very well. They play an attacking part of football with our wingers and passing wingers. I don't think we'll have any problem with you. It could be even more than a thumping, even bigger than a 3-4-0 scoreline, and it could be paid back there for getting a Rohr.
All right, Sport Bishop, let me put you on the spot, on the spotlight. But this time I'm not telling me your scoreline, but between I beg your pardon, between a goalkeeper Stanley Wabali and Maduka Okoye, who would you prefer to man the post come the game tomorrow? I know how you have been critical about setting up Wabali, but come on, let's be optimistic. For you, who do you think should get the nod? And for the attackers, Victor Osimhen or Taiwo Awoni, who goes for you?
For me, to be sincere with you, I will tell you, Kelly, that if you ask me who's the better goalkeeper, I think it's Maduka Okoye. But who should start on tomorrow? I think it should be Stanley Wabali for the sake of continuity. The fact that he's been in this team for some time now, he's willing to grow some understanding with the back. Most of the backlines and the backlines who play at the African formation.
Absolutely.
Find now there's this bromance, there's this understanding, there's this ability. His ability to communicate wisely. He's also doing well in his club. He's just been named the captain of his team in the PSL Premier Soccer League with Chupa United. And if you look at the team very well, they seem to have so much belief in him. And Nigerians as well have got so much belief in him as well. So on that note, I think from the coach of the Super Eagles, it has to be Stanley Babali or nobody. But who is a better goalkeeper? It still stands to be corrected anytime. That the better goalkeeper is Maduka Okoye, widely exposed, widely gone far in goalkeeping. Yes, he had his own purple glitch. He had his own bleep with the Super Eagles. But as a young goalkeeper, I think he will come back stronger. But for now, for the sake of continuity.
All right. Let's spot Bishop.
For the sake of striking position, I know this for the striking position, it has to stand in one for me.
Okay, for the striking position, Victor Osimhen or Taiwo Awoniyi, who should get the nod for you?
For the start play covering, Awoniyi is just recovering from injury, so I can't train him to the deep end. Victor Osimhen, unfortunately, has not gotten football in a very long time. Because like Napoli with all the hula baloo, all the fracas that went down there in Naples. Should I play devil's advocate? I think I will go ahead and start a certain Victor Boniface. He looks sharper, he looks better, he's been playing very well for his country, his club, and he's been scoring goals. So I think I'll go Boniface, but Victor Osimhen would have to play a part at some point in that game. I don't know when, I don't know how long. Maybe the whole of the second half, maybe somewhere in the second half, but I can't throw Victor Osimhen to the deep end. He hasn't played much. I can't judge for his fitness level. I want to go save Gamble, Victor Boniface.
All right, but for me, in case you ask me, which you haven't asked, I wouldn't allow a certain Victor Osimhen play that game tomorrow because not only did he arrive at the camp late, but also he has been match rusty. I would rather play him against the Amavubi of Rwanda.
Is the African footballer the year?
It doesn't matter, Sport Bishop. It doesn't matter. Alright, the Sport Bishop. Away from the Super Eagles. Before we go on our first break, Sport Bishop, can we go to Ghana and touch down the Bawaya Kumasi and let the fans know the ugly incident that went down in that game yesterday, courtesy of a 1-0 defeat by the Angolans to Ghana. We hear that after the game, fans ran into the stadium, tore down the walls, also tore down the goalposts and brought down the visitors' seats as well as the home seats in the football pitch. In fact, it was chaotic. So they vandalized the properties at the Bawayara Stadium, where the players as well as the coaching crew had to run away for safety. Sport Bishop, this is just match day one, and the fans had this hostile to the players.
I think they just took a cue of what happened in Abuja when they beat us for the World Cup ticket. Cutting that so much part ago, and they learned from the best. What happened in Abuja was worse than what happened in the game of the Tomati in Ghana. But again, like I can always say, this has no place for football. Not today, not tomorrow, not any other day. I'm not a fan of what went down there. See, everything can be beaten. When I train away, don't play when you get stunned. I'm going like the Panathenegras were one of the best teams at the African Cup. Remember, they had some great quality players, including that guy, Gelson, and also that striker, that striker, who remembers from a certain striker who was played for Tommy Gomez. So they've got a good team. They beat a shabby, slow Ghanaian Black Stars, and the fans should take it good for this football. You win some, you lose some. After Nigeria lost to Abuja, everyone didn't go lose. Nigeria lost to Benefic away, everyone didn't go lose. Nigeria also lost drew in Uyo in a World Cup game, and the fans didn't come on the players. So football is play. It's simple. If you don't prepare for your team, you will get beaten. For me, I think CAF should come hard on the Ghanaians. Maybe a part of the maybe throw them away from that from time, because I don't know. We need to come out from the Ghana from African football. When this team get beaten at the England at the Wembley Stadium, the fans don't go bonkers. It was absolutely bonkers, chaotic scenes, I tell you, like you did say, and it has no place in our football, not in Nigeria, not in Africa, not anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. Keep those comments coming as well as a prediction coming on 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618, or 0700-010-961-961. Also on our YouTube page, you can drop your comments comment as well as your prediction in that game. Nigeria against against the cheaters of Benin Republic. Who will win? How was that your scoreline? Who do you think? No, not the goal scorers. Just tell me the result. Let me know the first three winners, or better still, the first three correct score will definitely be my winners. Alright, so let us go on these break. When we return, we will be giving you the latest from the Paralympic Games as well as what went down in the game between Portugal and Croatia and all the games that went down yesterday. Stay tuned. Spot Lounge. We'll be right back. All right, so welcome back to the second half of your amazing sports show that comes your ways every Mondays to Fridays at exactly 5 p.m. We make sure that you get all the latest gist in the world of sport with me, Franklin Imonat, the one you love to call Uncle Fimbo, and of course with my partner any day, anytime, either in the studio or away. We are a fantastic duo that always connect telepathically to give you the best in the world of sport. Just so you know, we are currently streaming live on our YouTube channel as well as our Radio Garden app. Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. That is the address. VOP 96.1 FM Abuja. It is a wet in the city of Abuja all day. It's been raining and it's nothing but a shower of a blessing. Before we went on that break, we said when we return, we would definitely open our phone line to continue to take your messages as well as your predictions. We can see some predictions already on our phone line as well as WhatsApp handle. But come on, don't be tired. We know the network is trying to play pranks, but if you cannot connect to us live with your call, do use the WhatsApp message, the WhatsApp channel rather, with your WhatsApp call, WhatsApp voice note, or WhatsApp message, or you can as well send a text message to 0808 312 8618 0808 312 8618 or 0700 010 961 961 0700 010 961 961. Simple. We are taking a prediction between the game that will be going down tomorrow between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. We want to know your score line. Give us the correct score. First three correct score, we definitely get something amazing from us. Don't relent. You can send as many times as possible. Yes, and the Sport Bishop is still here with me. Chukunonso Arinze, always a pleasure. Alright, Sport Bishop, can we move to the Paralympic Games and give our listeners as well as our viewers the latest? The latest as it does Onyenyechi mark as that won Nigerians' first gold medals at the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games with a magnificent lift of 150 kilograms to set a new world record in the 61 kilogram powerlifting on Friday. The powerlifter broke the world record of 146. Guess what? Which she sets at the 2023 championship in Dubai. Onyenyechi's lifted our closest rival with more than 10 kilogram weight as China's Kwa Jianjing secured a silver with a 140 kilogram lift, and Mexico's Amelia Perez with a four-time Paralympic champion. She took the bronze with a 130 kilogram lift. Spark Bishop, the medals are officially coming for Team Nigeria.
Absolutely, we saw this coming now. What are you expecting? We went to the Paralympic Games. This is our game. This is our own Olympics. The one that passes is not a dress rehearsal. This is the proper Olympics for Nigeria, because we seem to always get the rub of the green. Don't forget about participating only four events: powerlifting, para badminton, para athletics, and one of that para game. And last time we won 10 medals. I'm hoping we can surpass that one. But kudos to Onyenyechi. She overdid herself, broke her own world record, and also won gold medal for Nigeria. That tells you that we've got athletes here. But my problem is, again, we tend to forget these athletes after this event is done and dusted. We then realize that, we only know they're important when our Olympic year is close by. We forget that it takes sometimes 10 to 14 to 16 years to prepare for Olympic Games. So kudos have to go to Nye. She showed resilience. She showed firepower. She showed she wanted it more. She gave everything, put it on the table. And like I said, the rest is history. I'm really happy for her.
Okay.
And I wish her all the best that she can. So kudos to Nigeria. and that medal in the offering. I think so far we got these 2 medals, and the medals keep piling up.
According to the medals table, Nigeria sits 53rd on the medal table with 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Thirdly, 3 medals. But likely suspect China runaway leaders with 178 medals, comprising of 79 gold, 59 silver, and 40 bronze, with Great Britain and United States completing the top 2 with 39 gold, 31 silver, and 21 bronze for Great Britain, while for the United States of America have 28 gold, 35 silver, and 18 bronze. Sport Bishop, just to add, a certain Mariam Eniola Bolaji defeated Oskana Koyazna to clinch bronze in women's para badminton SL3 at the ongoing Paris Paralympic Games. But that's not all. With that win, Sport Bishop, she has created a history not for herself but for the entire country of Nigeria. And not only that, also another record she set for the continent of Africa. With a win, Bolaji is now the first African player, male or female, to win a badminton medal at either the Olympics or the Paralympic game. It means that her name will be etched into Nigeria and Africa history forever. What the able-bodied athlete cannot do, physically challenged Mariam Bolaji did it in grand style.
As we're just getting to the final match, very close. She just lost concentration in the semi-finals, and that's why she had to send up a bronze medal game. So I'm really happy. Like I said, she was the first person to win a medal for Nigeria at the Olympics. She showed again what it means to, like you said, for me, the record is not about her winning a bronze medal. I think the record is being the first Nigeria to win a medal in badminton. Medal in badminton for both the male and the female. It tells you that the lady has really fought hard on this one. I'm absolutely happy with what she's gotten so far. It's something that we should celebrate our own, because I think she's done.
Alright, before we move on to the foreign city, let's quickly check this prediction. This one says, good evening, Uncle Fine Boy. Nigeria 3, Benin Republic 0. Joseph from Gariki 2. Alright, Joseph, thank you for that prediction. Keep those predictions coming. This one is from Femi. Oh, Femi should be a first-time tester or first-time contributor to the show. Alright, Femi is calling from my time. Femi say, for me, it's going to be a whitewash. Nigeria 5, Benin Republic 1. Femi from Maitama. Alright, so Femi, thank you for that prediction. Keep those predictions coming. Just 2 so far. We need as many as possible. Keep those comments coming. Just so you know, actions are currently going down in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. But before we wrap up the show, we will give you the latest from those games. Sport Bishop, yesterday, one man created history. Should we say he has already broken the record? He has already set a record. But last night he extended the record by being the first player in the history of football to score 900 career goals. Who can do it if not Portuguese striker Cristiano Ronaldo?
Absolutely, what a gem. The guy is a revelation. The guy is a blessing to football. His name will be etched in the history of time. You can't talk football without the name C. Ronaldo. There was a Ronaldo, but this guy is the creative Ronaldo. History after history, record after record, goals after goals. And don't forget, he also extended his goal scoring record in international scene to 131. The guy is a baller and a half, man. He's won everything. He's seen it up, done it all. An iconic fella, an absolute legend. The future cannot be written if he's not in the past. What a player. It will take football another 100 years to get a player and the likes of Ronaldo and Messi. But Ronaldo, the guy can't stop scoring goals. I tell you, he's 39 years, but it looks like he's 39 years young.
With Real Madrid, Manchester United, Juventus, as well as Sporting Lisbon showering encomium on this player, celebrating his recent feat. No one can do it if not certain Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester United, Diego Dalot also scored in both nets in that game, scoring for Portugal as well as scoring an own goal for Croatia. Sport Bishop.
the Man United factor coming into play again.
Oh wow!
You know, when it's I remember I was telling someone watching the game, and I said that scored a goal. But I said it's just one moment from imploding. He could still make a massive error in this game. I said jokingly.
And it happened.
To sincere with you, and not too long a game, he just popped up with something crazy. That's the issue around my life. But let's focus on Ronaldo and Portugal. A good start to the UEFA Nations League. A big win for Roberto Martinez. A great day for Ronaldo, who sank to his knees in tears and in a big show of emotions. It tells you that there's only one way up, and that's the way up for Ronaldo. The guy can play. I see him play at the next World Cup.
Okay.
And if he's not taking, he could play at the next Euros. The boy is good.
Sport Bishop.
Exactly, the man is good.
Let's talk about one game that went down yesterday. It was a record-breaking game as well as a record-setting game for a certain minor nation. After 140 games dating back to 2 decades of football, San Marino has finally won a game. 1-0. That game ended courtesy of a 53rd minute strike by a 19-year-old San Marino player by name Benjamin Puchal. Benjamin Puchal was their goalkeeper that a 19-year-old Nico Sensoli scored against. It felt like a blunder, but come on, San Marino can finally declare public holiday for this win against a certain Leicester Sting.
Should I throw up the bounty?
Please do.
I'll do that right now. Exactly. This is their second ever victory in international football. Their first victory was against the same Liechtensteiner 20 years ago. That was in a friendly game. This is their first ever
competitive win.
International competitive win. So it tells you it should be public holiday in San Marino. They're the lowest ranked team in the FIFA coefficient, the FIFA ranking. And it tells the whole story, man. So it's great for them. They go start to the Nations League. But that tells you, see, anybody who tells you that there are no minnows in football, please give the person a dirty knock. I should give there are minnows in football. There are teams that you shouldn't be losing against. And maybe one of them is San Marino. That's why anytime England play them, you hear 11-0, 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Because whenever we don't like it, these are not football playing nations. They are there because they are a nation, and they should be pummeled and be punished accordingly to develop the sport. So they are always on the minnows. San Marino is one, but for yesterday, it was a day for the member of them.
Alright, due to time, Sport Bishop, let's talk a little of club football as we continue to take a prediction from our listeners. This one is from Johnson, all the way from Apo. Johnson said Nigeria 3, Benin Republic 1. Alright, thank you, Johnson, all the way from Apo, giving us his own prediction. Sport Bishop, let's quickly talk Chelsea as we hear that Cole Palmer has been left out of Chelsea's Europa Conference League squad. Some fans are saying that they need Cole Palmer to be strong and fresh in the EPL as well as the FA Cup and Carling Cup. So having him out of the Conference League is there is a no cause for alarm. Do you want to agree with this set of fans? Cole Palmer happens to be their most important player so far.
If Chelsea plays all their games this season, they will play more than 80 games in all competition. That is one. I'm of the view, personally, I believe that if you're a big team like Chelsea, in quotes, mark that word in quotes, you should be competing for all the top the all-top competition, all competition that you are vying for. I understand the sense of dropping when Fofana not fully fit. I understand the sense of dropping Lavia is not fully fit. I understand as well, but it can be added back in February. But come on, you don't get that joker to get you a win. And not really sometimes if you're having a pattern of form in the league, I mean, not a win in the Europe to just galvanize and kickstart, your season. So I think Kopama is a bit, I don't know, it's a bit rash, but they said they're trying to rest him. That tells you how huge Kopama is to Chelsea. He was a guy who barely got game time at Manchester City and Pep Guardiola at the Pep Guardiola side. So he become a big factor, he become a big name, he become the main item, he become the poster boy, and that is why. So for me, I think it's a mistake not to keep him out. But I think for Noni Madueke and for Founder and Levda is right. The biggest loser in all of this is a certain Chiu. He's not in the European League. He's struggling for game time in English football.
Wow.
And I can tell you, for him, it's going to be a bad 4 months until January until he gets a club who are willing to pay for his services. But for now, again, he's out of the European list. Really sad for a certain Ben Chiu. But for my man, Cold Kopama, I think it's a wrong move, but they know why. They want to keep him fresh for the Premier League.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know the network has been so bad, and some of you have been trying so hard to get across to us, but don't worry, keep those comments coming. Even after the show, you can keep those comments coming. Sport makes a return tomorrow at 3 p.m. For on the show, Sport Soccer Board. Do not worry, we will definitely take your prediction on that show. Keep those comments coming and keep those predictions coming. Sport Bishop, before we talk tennis, where we hear that one woman has booked a place in the final, talking about Jessica Pegula and of course Ariana Sabalenka. Let's let the fans know that Jurgen Klopp has blasted Eric Ten Hag that you don't buy a player for £80 million and you send him on loan to a rival. Sport Bishop, in 30 seconds, do you want to agree with a certain Jurgen Klopp?
I quite agree with him. Jadon Sancho has no business playing for Chelsea. I repeat, he has no business playing for Chelsea. That guy has got quality. He may not be the ideal man for Man United, but if he hits his strike at Chelsea, he can be unplayable. You don't give a bullet to your opponent. You don't give a bullet to your rival. You don't empower your fellow aspirant in the contest. So I stand with top on this one. I think it was a hasty decision, to give Jadon Sancho out to Chelsea. Maybe to Dortmund, maybe to Paris Saint-Germain, somewhere else. Definitely not Chelsea.
Definitely not a Chelsea, but that deal has been done and dusted. And finally on the show, we talk tennis. We are Jessica Pegula stages turning come back to set up an enticing US Open final against the world number 2 Ariana Sabalenka. In the semi-final, she defeated Karolina Muchova 1-6, 6-4, 6-2 to reach the final. Why Sabalenka defeated American Emma Navarro 6-3, 6-7 to set up the final. So Sport Bishop of this weekend is all about Jessica Pegula and Sabalenka. While for the male, Jack Drapier is still forging through. He will be playing in the semi-finals later today.
Again, a big one for the, I talked about it yesterday. It's to a few. He's an American as well. We've got the other American, Fritz as well. One American will be in the final. So Jack Draper is having a great time. He would face Yannick Sinner in the other semi-final. I still tip Yannick Sinner all day, every day. All day, every day. But I think it's Yannick Sinner's title to lose. But let's not throw away what the Americans have done so far. The first time since Ravnik, I said that yesterday, 2-3 to get to the semi-final of the US Open. It tells you that maybe US football tennis is beginning to improve. But the thing that one thing I'll show you what I make in the final, but I want to bank my money on Argentina to get past Draper, the British man who has taken up the battle from the setting Andy Murray, and also any other American that comes his way. He's starting to wait for me.
Absolutely. Wow. Tomorrow, come 5 p.m., the Super Eagles will play against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, and that looks extremely enticing. But let me see if I can use some few seconds and go through the results of some of the games I played yesterday in the African Cup of Nations 2025 qualifiers. Where Tunisia edged Madagascar by a lone goal. Central African Republic defeated Lesotho by 3-1. Algeria were 2-0 better against Equatorial Guinea, and we did tell you that Ghana lost 1-0 against Angola at home. Guinea-Bissau defeated Eswatini by 1-0, while Congo defeated South Sudan by a lone goal. Burundi were 3-2 better against Malawi away from home in that game yesterday. And action continues later today, and more actions will continue tomorrow. But I am